What's going on, YouTube? My name is Peter QUERCIA. I'm a part of Team Bemani Lounge. I'm here bringing you a video to the lounge right now for a competitive deck that I just used to get top 32 in the Luxury Gaming Championship Series this weekend. I played the Emancipator Rock deck. It was arguably the best choice to pick. The deck was fine. Couple changes here and there I would make later on, but other than that, the deck fundamentally ran well. I have no complaints. It did its job. Granted, I got knocked down top 32, but it's unfortunate. Things happen. Without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So, last week, similarly, Cody Angelo, shout out to him, got top 8 out of PPG, or I believe he won the PPG. Don't quote me on that. With a similar version of my rock deck. I decided to run something similar to his deck and just change the ratios and edit a different deck. So I ran the same 10 Emancipator cards you ran, the 9 staple tuners, Emancipator, Analyzer, Researcher, and Seeker. Those cards are your extenders of the deck. They're what gets you into everything you need. They're the heart and soul, along with the one Emancipator Crystal, I believe, Dragite. It's the one water one. So out of the other Emancipator crystals, there's a wind one, a fire one, and a water one. The only one that does something and generates an advantage is the water one. He gives you a +1 on summon if it's off of one of the tuners. It does so much in terms of it being a level 4, and it also recycles the water synchro Emancipator card and stacks your deck with the crystal on top. Nothing to be said there. That staple 10 card Emancipator package is perfect. I wouldn't change any ratio there. On to Block Dragon. Sorry guys. Block Dragon, staple card for any type of rock deck. If you're not playing Block Dragon, I don't know what you're doing wrong in this deck. The deck absolutely needs it. It's incredible to set yourself up for the next turn because of it. So this weekend, a lot of people were opting to not main hand traps, and they were maining like cards like Dark Ruler No More and Lightning Storm in their versions of Emancipators. I unfortunately chose the hand trap route. I thought maining EDOPRO and Nibiru was a lot easier than and dealt with more cards than Dark Ruler No More and Lightning Storm did. However, going forward, I might change that. I might give the Dark Ruler No More and the main a try along with Lightning Storm. I don't know. I'm just going to keep testing and figure out what works best for me. Onto the Yugioh package. So Cody Angelo last weekend ran 3 of every Yugioh card. He ran 3 of the Rhoda, 3 of the card that searches the spell card, and then 3 Gigas and 3 Glove. However, I cut the Glove down to 2. I'm running 3 of the Yugioh Glove, 3 Onomatopoeia, 3 Onomatopoeia Pickup, 2 Gigas, 1 Yugioh Giant, and 1 Utopic Onomatopoeia. That package is a little bit better. I decided to cut down on the Gigas because it was the only really flex spot I can cut down on. The Glove banishes itself, so you want to keep 3, that way you don't lose resources. And Gigas is really only good turn 1, so cutting it down to 2 was fine. I never really drew it either, made it a little bit better. Onomatopoeia, the Utopia one is great because it's what starts your play when you have to roll up for the Glove and the Utopia to make granite. The entire package being a level 4 spam is just amazing. Doki Doki, I played 3 copies of it as well. The card's great. It's another starter card, and sometimes even mid-combo when you hit the Doki Doki off on any of the tuners, it also keeps extending your plays. I played 1 Gigantus and 1 O-Lion. O-Lion is by far the best wind card you can play in this deck. Not only is it a level 2 tuner, which gives the deck so much synergy to make the wind synchro, it also generates a body which you can turn into a Link Spider to further extend your Appaloosa to have an extra negate on board. Like I said, I ran 3 Nibirus, and my tech choice of the weekend was running 2 Power Giants. Power Giant overperformed. The card was amazing. It's a 2200 attacker, and the reason why it's really good is you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding level 4 or lower monster. Whatever level you discard of that monster, he loses level equal to that. So if you discard a level 4, he becomes a level 2. If you discard a level 2, he becomes a level 4. This deck needs level manipulation for synchro, such as making the Water Synchro or Herald of the Arclight for your boards. Overall, this card was amazing. I think 2 is the perfect number. I don't think I would ever play 3 because you can't hit something off the tuners, unfortunately. Onto the spells, I ran 3 ADAMANCIPATOR signs. I opted to run just the 3 signs and not the Monster Reborn because I felt 3 signs was just more than enough. The fact that you get to stack your deck is also a really big plus because it lets you further go through your plays. 3 Automata to pair and 3 Automata pickup. That's part of the Go-Go package. You have a Rhoda that searches the card, that searches monsters. It's insane. Like, this package was great. Although it does have its flaws, I might cut the package later on in testing because throughout the weekend a lot of people are playing a lot of different ideas. I think Kawaki Mirror Guardian might pop up back in my list again. Even Madolce Petting Sir because it's a free special summon for level 4 that you don't have to rely on having to use a normal summon. Different ideas I'm coming up with. I'll definitely send an updated list as time goes on. Onto the side deck. So my side deck was, I believe, literally. So my side deck. Let's backtrack a little bit. A week before the tournament, I had no idea what this deck was. Fellow team member Cody Edwards was try this deck out and put me onto Rocks. I fell in love with it and just started testing. Fast forward to when Cody won, his side deck was incredible. It was literally the same side deck I use now because going into the event the night before, I had a different side deck. I figured Cody's in-depth explanations and the reasons why he plays certain cards were just so much better. Again, shout out to Cody Angelov. So without further ado, my side deck was 3 anti-magic arrows. The card underperformed this weekend because there was less zombie decks running around, but the card is still very good and very powerful. It's going to become a staple going forward for his side. 3 Cosmic Cyclones, staple card, self-explanatory, Dark Will No More. For the mirror match, any combo decks, again, self-explanatory. Lightning Storm, very multi-purpose. You can side it for his combo now, and you can side it for his back row decks, which is cool. It's no longer just the blowout for back row decks that people needed. And 2 anti-spell and 1 Imperial Order. Those cards overperformed. Probably the best. After you set up a rock board, those cards just further make sure that you're winning game 1, game 2, or game 3, wherever you put them in, and you were going first. It's just amazing. Like I said, going forward, I may take out the Dark Rules and main them. I also might cut the anti-magic arrows. Again, it all comes down to how the format shapes. If it shapes towards a more combo-heavy rock mirror format, the arrows will definitely come out. But as far as anything else, I couldn't complain. My extra deck, I ran 1 of the Water Emancipator Synchro and 1 of the Wind Emancipator Synchro. Great card. Both are great, can't complain. They're the only 2 that actually do anything on your opponent's turn. The fire one, Leonite I believe his name is, yes, it's a Rhoda, but it doesn't further extend your board, so you can't justify playing it and making a big combo board with it. However, the Arclight, another negate, and it's also macros. It also banishes cards, banishes monsters that were sent from main hand or main deck to the graveyard while it's on field. Dweller, staple card, can't complain, it stops all graveyard effects. Gallant Granite, part of the combo, really strong card. Appaloosa, part of the combo, part of the end board, ultimately gives you enough negates to survive. So a lot of decks this weekend weren't playing Boral Sword in their rock decks, and some were. I opted to play Boral Sword because my philosophy is that while this deck can OTK without it, it's definitely a card that's needed. It's why force yourself to OTK with other options when you can just OTK through summoning 4 monsters to make this card. It's just an easier way to kill somebody. Crystron Needle Fiber, Hacklet Fiber X, the card is part of the combo, stable, IP, Masquerena. The card's amazing. It's an interruption. It's an interruption that also makes the monster you summon off it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. It's overall really great. I ran the Nightmare package of Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. Cerberus was mediocre at least. It's just, there's no other explanation for it. It didn't perform the way I wanted it to. Phoenix and Unicorn were there for background plays, and Unicorn comes off IP for interruption majority of the time. Cerberus might be cut. I'll look into something to replace it with. I'm opting to run Boral Sword again. Not Boral Sword, sorry, Borload Savage, because it's another negate you can spit out as well. Link Spider. Because of the token you get off online, you can turn it into Link Spider, and you can also summon. It's also fodder for Block Dragon later on after you make the Link Spider into Appaloosa. Trisvania is solely there for any backrow decks that you can just blow up the field easy. Because of Block Dragon, you have something you can always bring back to special summon to make it so that there's backrow that's always getting nuked. Union Carry is just another way to get the Block Dragon. It does what it needs to do when it comes up. It's very situational. Gallon Granite often searches Block Dragon more than Union Carry does. Shout outs to my team, Bemani Lounge. They helped me test and prepare for the tournament. They gave me a lot of ideas. Again, shout out to my teammate Cody Edwards. Great testing partner, great theorist. We bounced ideas off each other constantly. Shout out to my friend Richie Duran. Helped me build the deck, helped me theorize. We both came up with Power Giant together. Not much to say there. Shout out to my friend Corey Shell. He gave me an in-depth explanation of the functions of the zombie deck, because like I said, going into this a week ago, I wasn't really planning to play in this, but I eventually got convinced into it. So him explaining the functions and the variants of the other meta decks in the circle was definitely helpful and contributed to my success to make top 32. Shout out to my boy Dominic Couch. Again, he's another theorist. We bounce ideas off each other all the time. Great friend, great testing partner. Overall, couldn't have gotten this far without all their ideas. Also, shout out to my friend Nico Watson. He helped me with ratios and convinced me to play the hand trap lineup the way it was. But most importantly, again, shout out to my sponsor, Bemani Lounge. Thank you guys for everything you guys do for us. We appreciate you. And with that being said, just signing out.